Greetings and welcome to another episode of Let's Play UFO Afterlight. Right. The next stage of the plan. Well, since we've now unlocked it, it might not be a bad idea to actually start thinking about terraformation. Now, you may think that there's not much of a point to doing terraformation, especially considering in the middle of a war, but then, when have humanity ever stopped doing something that didn't seem to make all that much sense at the time while there was a war on? Just imagine how much development we would have missed if we'd stopped developing anything while we were at war. We'd still be in the Stone Age, I think. But in the case of this game, there's actually a point to doing terraformation. Terraformation, as much as it, depending on the level of terraformation, actually reduces the environmental hostility in provinces, which is going to be more important, especially as you move later on, because while you do get suits that can handle higher environmental hostility, that'll still be a long while away, and we don't have anywhere near the resources to build any of that. Yes. Not entirely sure how that would work, with logic. Because you'd think if you'd be entering extra gas into an atmosphere, introducing new particulates, increasing the overall moisture level, you'd actually be creating much more environmental hostility because of, extra weather you're introducing. Because, as I understand it, Mars does have fog, maybe some limited participation, and of course the famous dust storms, which I guess might settle a little bit more as rain causes the dust to be settled. I'm not entirely sure how that works. However, in this case, most of the Mars weather is actually driven by the sun still, and since the solar activity is high, we are actually reduced in our ability to, handle things. Alright, let's see. Metal mine, fuel mine. I really just want some chemicals. Alright, so that's still being done. Now, terraforming stations are built by the science vehicle, so we currently are not able to do anything about that. Still making some more guns. As we are making still more guns, it's probably not. We can probably still afford to wait to do anything important.
You must give some equipment to the...
Because I currently don't have enough guns yet to hand out to the team, so that can wait. Research-wise, we're working on reticular technologies.
Research will progress faster if the more experienced scientists participate.
Well, speaking of which, since it is reticular technologies, I might as well put my reticular on that.
New training programs are available.
So I should really be training up my other people since we now have some training points available. So how about you study major Earth technology? Just to shore that up.
Research will progress faster if the more experienced scientists participate.
And since we are not currently in any real rush, both of you can actually do this. Major Earth technology. Might as well double up on that. Because we were doing a lot of Earth technologies. That way I can get all my people to train up a little bit further. Let's see. Anything above 4 is just no-go. Metal mine. I can't increase my metal as is. I really need some chemicals, so let's just wait until
we can attack new territory.
Yeah. Attack new territory where? Ah, I can also close this gate, which is actually not that bad. How about here? Let's double check. Yeah, hostility 4.
You must give some equipment to the team as well.
Luckily, the reticular armor is capable at all hostility levels, although I've never seen hostility 15 at any point in the game. That really is an extreme that I think they made sure to have.
Some people may have more than
Right,
one
let's
class.
see, I can level you up. Suppose I can give you speed. Yeah, some outstanding speed. For Reticulan, it's still quite slow.
A member of your team has finished training.
Alright, so a surveyor has finished. Oliver's Svensson, that is you. No, you. Can't train you in anything else. Major surveyor. That's tempting. Then again, so is minor driving. The use of homing missiles, however, is not useful at the moment. Now, of course, if I do make him a major surveyor, he'd be very useful to take on all the roads to build mining facilities and such. Not important right now. Right, let's see. There's not anyone I can do. You know, you could possibly swap out.
Don't forget that most weapons need ammunition.
Just trying to think about who would be most useful in a capacity.
Some people may have more than one class.
You three are currently here, and you potentially could learn more stuff. Right, you can learn some civil engineering. In which case I can shuffle one of you into the production queue to level you up.
A member of your team has finished training.
Alright, so... minor heavy equipment, right. Hikaru Yoshimori has leveled up as well. Not enough yet to actually gain enough points.
A new station has been built on the planet.
We have occupied new territory.
Alright. Really like these territories adjacent to be discovered now. But that'll take some time.
New technology has been researched. The scientific documentation we got from the Reticulans has large gaps, so we can only use it for very basic research.
They are using us for their own ends, just as they have always done. I have a bad feeling about this.
The geological prospecting shows that the richest material resources can be found in their territory.
This cooperation is becoming very inconvenient for us. If we attack them, we can increase our supply of materials and obtain all the scientific records we need at the same time. A surprise attack on their main base will be the most effective.
But are we strong enough to fight another war at the same time? We cannot expect them to give up without putting up some resistance.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree with Mari Osakwe over here. Going to war with the Reticulans, while definitely still a possibility, is not necessary at the moment, especially as we have not really any, lasting benefits to be gained from it. We also have no, alternative for them. At the moment, the Reticulans are sort of our buffer against the Beastmen for at least a little bit. I mean, the Beastmen can't just waltz through Reticulan territory. They are fighting just as much as we are. So, for now, we're gonna leave things as is. However, if we do want to go to war with them, there is no declare war option. So I can't dow them as much as I want. Instead, the trajectory you have to follow is to break the treaty, which gives you a window of opportunity to attack any territory the enemy has, which you then have to do in order to go to war. If you don't do it within a set amount of time, about 7 days I think, situation returns to the status quo, as near as I can tell. It's a bit difficult to measure because usually when I do this, I have an alternative lined up. I don't at the moment. Request
We can't send you anything at the moment, but we will as soon as possible.
Yeah, somehow I doubt your intentions.
We have discovered and explored new territory. We can occupy new territory. We can attack new territory.
Right, let's see what we found. So we found the witch yard. I don't need fuel. I would like fuel, but I don't need it. We also found the Gold Coast, which is controlled by the Beastmen with yet another portal. How's the production coming? Alright, I think we now have enough to equip our squad. So, come on. Definitely need more projectile magazines. Because we are dangerously low. Alright, I do have them lined up, so let's...
Some weapons may be handled or used only by trained soldiers.
Alright. What research are we doing now? Oh, the fossil fuel origin.
Research will progress faster if the more experienced scientists participate.
Currently, we don't have the ability to do the Beastman autopsy because we're in the pathology department, and we still can't do the warehouse because we don't have the chemicals. I don't suppose I could request resources. I have to refuse that because I need the chemicals. I need more chemicals, please. I could do the geological probe in New Europe. Do I have anyone in the science bay? I do.
Some people.
They're still out there, apparently. Are they? Where is the science vehicle? Where is the science vehicle? Let's see. It's gotta be parking at base. Let's designate this to be built. It's probably just an excavation in New Europe, but you know. Alright, it's daytime. All my squad is equipped as best as it can.
We must give some equipment to the team as well.
So I think now is probably the best time to launch this attack.
Our territory has been invaded.
We have been approached with a diplomatic proposal.
Oh.
Greetings to the Mars colony. We are most happy that you survived. We will shortly be ready to dispatch a spaceship with material help and later even with a human crew. We're ready to offer you all the results of our scientific research, and we are curious about yours. Of most interest is information on the history of Mars, which might have some relation to the tragedy that happened to the Earth.
That's neat. You also noticed the servants are gone. So at this point the Lapusians have clearly won back at home. Although the timing is a little bit suspicious because I'm pretty sure at this point we not yet won. I call hacks. But Earth is still very far away.
We are sending all the data that might be of use to you. It is a great deal of information, so it will take some time.
Alright. So we've been invaded by the Beastmen. We'll have to do this at night though. So for now, let's just focus on the mission at hand. Alright. Environmental hostility is 4. It's fine. Now, the beastmen have had some time to set themselves up. This could be tricky, depending a little bit on which kind of beastman I'm going to get. But this is the device we need to destroy. So let's focus on what we have.
No problem.
You can be in snapshot.
Yes.
Let's get everyone set up
Yes,
in a
sir.
way that
What's next, sir?
will allow them to get clear
Moving out
shots.
now. Here.
Waiting for orders.
Alright,
No problem.
let's have a bit of a scout.
Underway. No problem. Underway. No problem. Underway.
Alright, where's the aliens?
Any orders? No problem. Underway. No problem. Underway.
Alright, that's...
No problem.
Let's get the camera to 3, otherwise I'll go nuts again.
Underway. No problem. What's next?
Well, the objective is just to destroy the object.
Ready, sir.
So, let's do that. I think one will do. I'll keep
Heading out.
posts near the thing. Alright, you do have it, right? Yeah. You also run, please.
Moving, sir. I read you, sir. It won't work. Underway.
Right.
Any orders?
No, nothing
Yes,
at the
sir.
moment. Just
Heading out.
give a covering fire. Normally there's aliens here, but I guess because we are quite early in the mission, that's not immediately relevant.
Waiting for orders.
Now, explosives, this is quite important, are sympathetic. So, basically, if they're in range of other explosives going off, they will go off. This can be useful for setting up chain reactions, although, admittedly, that's a bit tricky to do in the field. And is usually, it's important to realize when you're dealing with mines. Luckily, I don't have that problem. The problem here mostly is, how do I do this again? Alright, I believe it's an attack command.
Moving, sir. Your orders, sir?
Alright, deploy.
Sure.
Alright, C shuts the explosives.
Waiting for orders.
And then run like
Heading
hell.
out. Moving out now. No
Moving,
problem.
sir.
Alright, let's get back to the UFO. So everybody back to
Heading
the
out.
marked location.
Heading out. What's next, sir?
Easy mission. They will not be this easy in future. But maybe we got a couple of level ups. Alright, so UFO back to base. Let's level people up. Alright.
There is someone who could increase his or her level.
Alright, let's get your agility up. And your agility, I guess. Constitution is weak, but that's fine. At the moment I'm not really worried about you being hit. Alright, your manipulation needs to go up. Which is a lot of skills that I currently don't have. A lot of everything. Just anything to do with, you know, placing explosives, putting on the bandages. Alright, and that'll do for this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.